Welcome to the Liberty Hall Museum, located at Kean University in Union. Built in 1772 on the eve of the American Revolution, Liberty Hall has stood witness to more than 200 years of American history. Said to be one of Union's best-kept secrets, since many don't know what the house stands for or who entered it.
This was the home of New Jersey's first elected governor and signer of the Constitution, William Livingston, and a home that welcomed many distinguished guests, such as George and Martha Washington, Alexander Hamilton, President Ulysses Grant, William Howard Taft, Herbert Hoover, Gerald Ford, and George Herbert Walker Bush.
The house was originally a 14-room Georgian-style home, which has grown into a 50-room Victorian-style mansion. The house holds an extensive collection of antiques furniture, ceramics, textiles, tools, and toys which were owned by 7 generations of the Livingston and Kean families. The estate lays claim to a carriage house, a firehouse, and the oldest chestnut tree in New Jersey.
The Firehouse Museum, built in 2004, houses 3 antique fire engines, including a rare 1911 American LaFrance Metropolitan steam engine. It's a great addition to this already antique site.
Let us now take a tour around this beautiful 23rd-acre National Historic Site. I'm sure everybody will find it fascinating since we pass it on a regular basis, but most of us don't know the history behind it.
In 1760, William Livingston, a lawyer and member of the prominent Livingston clan, bought the 120 acres in sleepy Elizabethtown, New Jersey, which is now Elizabeth, New Jersey, with a plan to build a country home. Across from his home in New York, he developed a beautiful 14-room Georgian-style home, which oversaw this extensive grounds full of gardens and orchards. In 1773, after all the construction was finished, Livingston and his wife, along with their 13 children, moved into Liberty Hall for what they thought would be a peaceful life. The peace and quiet at the Livingston home wasn't long-lived.
From 1774 to 1776, William Livingston put his retirement on hold to serve as a member of the First and Second Continental Congress. In June of 1776, he left Congress to serve as a brigadier general of the New Jersey militia and held his post until he was elected as first governor of the state on August 31, 1776. He also was one of the men to help sign the United States Constitution.
The war years during the Revolution were difficult ones for governors who spent most of their time running from British troops. After the war in 1783, William and his family were returned to a home that was both damaged by both American and British troops. He eventually restored the home to the beauty we see today. His love for gardening and agriculture still shows in the wondrous gardens outside the family home.
Governor Livingston served as governor for 14 years up until his death. Livingston died at Liberty Hall at the age of 67 in 1790. He is credited with making New Jersey governorship one of the strongest political positions in the country.
In 1811, Peter Kean purchased the estate for his mother, Susan Livingston Kean Neminskiewicz, who was also Governor Livingston's niece. They were the first members of the Kean family to love the Liberty Hall. Susan was married to John Kean, who served as a member of the Second Continental Congress. After the war, President George Washington made Kean the first cashier of the Bank of the United States.
After John Kean's death, she married Count Julian Yancevich, who was a Polish nobleman exiled in the United States. He eventually left her to go back home to Poland and was never heard from again. After her son Peter's death in 1828, she became head of the household, with Peter's widow, and her 3 grandchildren. Susan renamed the estate Orsino in honor of her late husband.
In 1833, the estate was inherited by Susan's grandson, John Kane. John was on the staff of New Jersey's Governor Pennington, where he got the rank of colonel, a title he used for the rest of his life. Over the next 60 years, Colonel Kane transformed Orsino from the 140-room country home to a 50-room mansion that stands today. After his death, the house passed to his 2 sons, then to his grandson, Captain John Kane.
In 1932, Captain John Kane and his wife, Mary Alice, brought together family antiques to enhance the house's character. After his death, in 1949, Mrs. Kane transformed the house into a museum. The house was restored to its original name, Liberty Hall, in honor of its being declared a National Historic Landmark.
It was her dream that Liberty Hall be preserved for the benefit of future generations. Except for the fireplaces, furniture, and the chandeliers, the house hasn't changed since 1772. The house stands today as a testament to Mrs. Kane's energy, vision, and passion for history. The house has seen governors, congressmen, business managers, and women activists, as well as U.S. presidents. Now it is our time to see the history it has made. We hope you all enjoyed our video and maybe try to visit the mysterious house that is located across the street. Thank you.